Now to the story that we promised. The American press not only reporting on the election, also cheerleading some candidates. The New York Times has endorsed Joe Biden, as has the Washington Post. American publications have for long been endorsing presidential candidates. But should the media tell you who to vote for? What impact do these newspaper endorsements have on the voter? Our next report examines.
These might sound like lines from Joe Biden's election campaign material, but they are not. Did someone from his team make these statements? No. This is what an editorial in a leading publication in the United States has said about the Democratic presidential contender. The New York Times editorial board has endorsed Joe Biden for the US presidency. The editorial piece says, Mr. Biden knows that there are no easy answers. He has the experience, temperament, and character to guide the nation through this valley into a brighter, more hopeful future. He has our endorsement for the presidency. What is the New York Times editorial board? It introduces itself as a group of opinion journalists whose views are informed by expertise, research, debate, and certain long-standing values. It is separate from the newsroom. In other words, a group of journalists openly declaring support for an election candidate. But since when do journalists tell you who to vote for? In the United States, all the time. This is a tradition. The New York Times has been endorsing presidential candidates since 1860. And it's not alone. Newspapers across the United States have followed this tradition. Newspaper endorsements are specific statements of support for a political candidate. Through the endorsements, newspapers say they aim to educate the masses. What about the press being unbiased and non-partisan? American media remains divided on the question. Earlier this year, America's NBC News said the practice of presidential endorsement by publications must end. The practice is not limited to just the United States. In Canada, 23 newspapers followed the liberal free press tradition of endorsing a candidate for Prime Minister in the 2015 federal election. In the election in 2011, 22 dailies did the same. In the UK too, editorials in the national newspapers tend to make their loyalties known ahead of the election. Does this impact the choice of a voter? According to a 2008 study by the Pew Research Center, almost 7 in 10 Americans said their local newspaper's endorsement had no impact on who they vote for. And with the oversaturation of social media and polarized media activity, people are probably placing lesser trust in the mainstream media. In 2016 US presidential election, it was noted that Hillary Clinton had more than 200 endorsements from daily and weekly newspapers in the United States. Trump had only 6 endorsements, and yet he won. In India, the biases are clear, but formal endorsements are not the practice. So, should the media tell you who to vote for? We let you decide. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION, World is One.